Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome to another video. In this video we're looking at the new Hellgates. Obviously I am on the test server looking at the new layout. Just looking at this already, it's so much more landmass. The choke points have been completely eliminated. So let's go and explore, shall we? So I think in terms of like the Hellgate 5v5 meta that there currently is, typically it's like a lot of choke fighting. Anything with an AoE burst is good, and you can see it already. Just look at the size of this choke point. It's so massive. Obviously I am doing all this on my character, so I'm having to try and dodge mobs and stuff like that, but this is the choke point that you're now going to have to try and push. You're still forced to kill the mobs. It's not like you can just walk around the mobs, which means the mobs are really well situated. But the whole choke point, I mean, this is just insane. It does kind of restrict vision a little bit, in that I can only just sort of see the mobs down here. But realistically, it gives so much more space. And then obviously you look up here, nothing's really changed up here. There's maybe a little bit more space from here to the edge. I think there is actually just a little bit more space. But then all of a sudden, look, you've got all this space, and look at this. It is massive. So I really do like this. In terms of just the layout of it, it hasn't negatively impacted things like fame. It's not going to take you longer to clear through them. Realistically, it's just stopped this whole choke point fighting that we're seeing at the moment, where people just stand around at the choke points for so long, completely unnecessarily. It also, like I said earlier, it could potentially change the meta in terms of weapons. So if we look at a couple of different weapons now, things like the heavy crossbow, super strong right now, has that sweeping bolt. People can't push a choke against this. Glaive with Forester Spears, people can't push a choke against that. Obviously Frost with Freezing Wind is super strong. Can't push a choke with that. You really can't. And it makes for Hellgates to be this sort of dull, boring experience, when realistically you should be queuing into a Hellgate expecting a fight, preparing to die. That's kind of the mentality you have to have. You have to expect that you're going in there and you could potentially die. But realistically, there's just so much open space. One thing, and I'm actually just going to head over there quickly and show you, one thing I do like that they've kind of kept. So looking at this, obviously this is the 2-tier platform towards the middle boss. This top one up here is pretty open, so they've kind of spread this choke point out a little bit. However, this one here, and obviously the same on the other side over here, is still quite closed. It's still obviously a decent sized choke point. You're really going to struggle to push against that against certain teams, and I like that. Why? Because if you're running down that choke, you're either running towards the boss, of which case it doesn't matter, or you're running up to a team that's just finished the boss, which gives them the positional advantage by having this area that you kind of want to push into and having that choke point there. So I really do like this. But yeah, so obviously looking at the new Hellgates, all that's really happened is that there's a little bit more landmass around, and less lava, obviously unwalkable places. Obviously the choke points have been large, and if that's even a word. But realistically, like I said, demons, you're still going to have to kill the demons. I don't even know, you can't walk past them at all. So you still have to kill them, so there's nothing really changed there. Other than that, it's really cool. Just, I really like this change, and it's positive. It shows, this to me shows that developers have seen what people are saying about Hellgates, seen how people are having a look at, having so many like choke point standoffs that are just lasting for way too long, people not willing to push the choke point, having to push down, or people with pure choke point compositions just never pushing down and making for a really boring experience. We've seen teams, obviously do the official stream, we've seen teams that have been stood in choke points standing off against each other for such a long length of time, just unnecessarily. So yeah, this has been my sort of spotlight video of the new Hellgates. I'm actually going to kill a mob quickly, see if I can kill one, just to see what the fame's like. Obviously the fame has been buffed a little bit now in the Hellgate, so it's a solo fame. Let's see what we get from one of these. make sure. There's a good chance that I'll be able to kill one, right? Maybe? See what we can do, shall we? Oh, that was not hard. 1845. I believe it was like 1700 before. So a little bit of a change. Nothing too huge, but again, that all builds up. If you're running Hellgates consistently, it's going to be a noticeable change of the amount of fame that you actually do get. So yeah, guys, obviously, a little bit of a look in terms of the silver. Silver is crazy. But yes, this is my spotlight on the new Hellgates. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. Tell me what your thoughts are on the new Hellgates below in the comments. Other than that, thank you for watching, guys, and catch you later. Goodbye.